So the inspiration behind the SafeWander sensor is entirely personal. My grandfather suffered from Alzheimer's disease, and as a result of that, he frequently wandered out of the bed at night and suffered many injuries from falling. My aunt, his primary caregiver, really struggled to stay awake all night to keep an eye on him. But even then, actually, it was pretty hard to catch him leaving the bed. So I was very concerned about her well-being as well as his safety. And I remember that we were back in New York at the time, my mother and I. So my aunt was really just alone caring for my grandfather, and I knew how much stress she was going through, and I knew that I had to take the problem into my own hands and find a solution. So a lot of the existing technologies at the time didn't really work to be able to detect his wandering. So one night I was watching him, I went back to California where he was living for Thanksgiving break, and I saw him stepping out of the bed, and the moment his foot landed on the floor, I thought, why don't I put a pressure sensor underneath his heel? So that was the initial idea behind the sensor, and then over the years it developed into this button sensor, which uses changes in a person's body angle to determine whether or not they're leaving the bed. We do have several ambitious milestones for the near future. We're going to be moving towards a data as a service subscription model. Next year we're going to be launching 2 new products, and by the end of that year we hope that we're going to have positive cash flow. So lots of milestones for the near future. Well, everybody knows AARP, I'm sure, but LivePitch was actually recommended to me because I was being interviewed by a program called, I think, Age Disruptors, which is run by AARP. And the person who's writing the article about me recommended that I enroll for this pitch. So looked into it and I signed up, and I was lucky to be selected as a finalist. There are lots of great technologies here today. So I was really surprised and really amazed to see the breadth of not only the technologies but also the services offered too. These are, I think, the technologies that are going to be shaking up the healthcare world, that are going to be making a real difference in the lives of people.